Hey there, Aaron Sheehan. I'm the owner of Grow Lawn. I wanted to share with you today a few tips on how to get lawn mowing customers for cheap. So not free, but really cheap. So we're going to get into this right away. No fancy intros or nothing like that. So the first thing to do, knock on doors. In North Texas, you're going to need a few things. You're going to need a city permit, which in Burleson, which is where I live, and I knock on a lot of Burleson doors, you go to the police department and you want to walk in and you ask them where to get a door-to-door permit. They'll take it from there. You're going to need a surety bond. Now, I get my surety bond from State Farm, which is my insurance company. You just go to them. They'll know what you're talking about. I think it's 75 to 150 bucks a year, somewhere in that range, but it's pretty inexpensive. The city permit too, it's very inexpensive for what you're doing. Probably altogether, I don't know, I'm gonna take it under 500 bucks. It's probably under 250, but somewhere in that range. You're gonna also need a passport quality picture. You can go to the post office and get this. Just go there, it's like $5, I think. And you just tell them you want a passport quality picture. Make sure they do passports at that post office, or they probably won't be able to do the passport picture. But that's where you'll need these things to get a permit. Now you can knock on doors without one. You do run some risk of getting the cops called on you and getting in trouble. You probably won't get in huge trouble. They'll probably just say, "Hey, you need a permit, by the way," and then you go get a permit. But I would recommend, if you can afford it, if you can afford any marketing, number one here. Now, I will say that I'm a level 9.5 introvert, and like if I can knock on doors, anybody can knock on doors. And yeah, it's hard to knock on the first door, and your brain is going to want to talk you out of knocking on doors. It's probably talking you out of it right now. I can tell you that as far as like getting the door slammed in my face, that's never happened. The worst thing that I have had happen is people say no thank you. It's really not as scary as you think, and I've knocked on thousands of doors. So if I was gonna go back to mowing lawns again, you could go and build a route in a neighborhood that you want to work in by knocking on doors. You can control your marketing costs this way. You can control the day of the week you mow and the neighborhoods you mow in. And then the next step would be truck signage. So you sell enough of these, now you can afford to put some signs on your truck. That's huge, because not everybody's going to be home when you're knocking on the door. When you're out mowing their lawn, you want the neighbors to see you and have an easy way to contact you. If you can have an easy to remember phone number and website, that's really cool too. You don't need a website to mow lawns. I don't know that people care so much about their lawn mowing company having a website. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know, but you don't need a website to mow lawns. So you don't need that. But you definitely want a phone number. Make the phone number the biggest thing on your sign, because they don't care about your name. And don't worry about coming up with a fancy name that rhymes with mow, or we mow it, you grow it, and all that, because they don't care. No one cares about that. And one, you'd have to come up with something that no one's ever thought of, and that'd be impossible, because they're all taken. So, and then the next one would be yard signs. Now, this is my number one lowest cost of acquisition that I have. So I put out 18 by 24 signs, and I'm very targeted on when I put them out. So I do put these out in spring fever, customer spring fever, which is usually in North Texas. It's the beginning of March through about April 15th. There's about a 6 weeks window in there where we get the lion's share of our customers. I wish it was more spread out, but it is what it is. So you can put out these bandit signs. Now, I get my signs at turfsigns.com. They are cardboard fold over signs, and I think I pay somewhere in the range of $3 a piece. I buy thousands of them. I order them like 10,000 at a time, so I get pretty good pricing. If you're just ordering a few thousand or maybe a few hundred, you're going to pay more, but you're going to pay a lot less than the chloroplast signs. And there's nothing wrong with chloroplast signs. They work too, but these fold over signs are cardboard, and they're a little bit cheaper. because your customers are going to pull them out of the yard sometimes within a day. So you don't want to spend a whole lot of money on these because only a few of them are going to last a few days. But it's really important because you'll notice over time, once you start putting these out, you'll notice slowly your route density will build around the customers that these signs stay in their yards. You'll build those. So these are my number one ways to build customers for cheap. There are other paid sources. We'll get into that on another video. But I'm building this channel to help lawn mowing services. They're maybe just getting into the business or want some tricks and some tips on how to get customers or maybe how to do things in their business. This is what that channel is for. And if you want to create a partnership with Grow Lawn, we can refer you. You refer us for the weed control part, or the turf health or crepe myrtle care, that sort of thing. Uglyweeds.com. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks a lot.